To factor a quadratic trinomial of the form ax² plus bx plus c, where a does not equal 1, and there is no common factor, rewrite the middle term, bx, as two terms. The coefficients of these two terms will be factors of ac, the product a times c, that have the sum b. Problem 3. Factoring ax² plus bx plus c when the absolute value of a does not equal 1. What is the expression in factored form? Part A. 2x² plus 11x plus 12. When factoring trinomials, we should always look for a common factor first. In this case, as we see in step 1, since there is no common factor, we'll find AC. So multiplying a times c, for us that's 2 times 12, or 24. Step 2. Since both b and the product AC are positive, we'll find positive factors of 24 that have the sum 11. Note 11 is our b value, the coefficient of the x term, or the linear term, in our trinomial. The table shows the factors of 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and then the sums of those factors. And take note, 3 and 8 are the factors we're looking for because they have a sum of 11. Step 3, we'll factor the trinomial as follows. Rewriting the trinomial, 2x² plus 11x plus 12. Remember, we need to break the middle term, the linear term 11x, into two different linear terms. In this case, 2x² plus 3x plus 8x plus 12. So we're rewriting b times x. Since AC equals 24, we'll try 3 and 8 as coefficients of x. And notice what happens. If we consider our left two terms and we factor out the greatest common factor x, we get x times the binomial 2x plus 3. Now when we factor in the right two terms, we factor out their greatest common factor 4, we get 4 times the same binomial, 2x plus 3. So we can rewrite, using the distributive property, as the binomial x plus 4, note where the x and the plus 4 came from above, times the binomial 2x plus 3. Part B. How about 4x² minus 4x minus 3? First, look for our greatest common factor. Finding none, we'll note in step 1, since there's no common factor, we're going to rewrite bx, so negative 4x, as the sum of two terms with coefficients that are factors of AC and have the sum b. Now for us, AC, that's 4 times negative 3, or negative 12. And in step 2, since AC, which equals negative 12, is less than 0, we need to find factors of AC with opposite signs. So one must be positive, the other must be negative. Now since b, negative 4, is less than 0, the factor with the greater absolute value is negative, because when we add them together, we need to get a negative value. So in the table, we can see the factors of negative 12, having opposite signs as required, but also written so that the factor with the greater absolute value is negative. We have 1 negative 12, 2 negative 6, and 3 negative 4. Below that, the sum of those factors, and we can see that 2 negative 6 is the pair we're looking for because they sum to negative 4. Step 3, we'll factor the trinomial as follows. Remember, rewriting bx using our factors above. So 4x² minus 4x minus 3 becomes 4x² plus 2x minus 6x minus 3. Now we look at the left two terms and factor out the greatest common factor, 2x. So that becomes 2x times the binomial, 2x plus 1, and then minus, factoring out the greatest common factor of the two terms on the right, again minus 3 times the binomial, 2x plus 1, the same binomial as on the left. Now we can rewrite using the distributive property, 2x minus 3 times 2x plus 1. And then we check using FOIL or the distributive property, and we find, sure enough, 2x minus 3 times 2x plus 1 does equal our original trinomial, 4x² minus 4x minus 3. Your turn. Part A. What is the expression 4x² plus 7x plus 3 in factored form? Check your answers. And part B. What is the expression 2x² minus 7x plus 6 in factored form? Check your answers. And finally, part C, a reasoning item. Can you factor the expression 2x² plus 2x plus 2 into a product of two binomials? Explain.